You got women out here that suck 15 Ds before they turn 19 years old. And then they saying, well, I'm gonna be a wife now. No, you not.
Give women almost all the leverage. We cheat, instantly they get half the right? And they cheat, they still get another and half the.
So she's sleeping with the new guy in the house y'all bought.
Yeah.
The biggest issue in modern dating that I've noticed in these years that I've been doing this, man, girls seem to want to be the man, but at the same time, they want to be the woman. And it doesn't make sense. You can't be an invincible wall, but at the same time, the bullet. You got to pick one. Black Spider Guy advice. Trying to save my bros from them 304s. Yes, sir, ski. This is the Hood Analyst Podcast where we talk about that real hood shh. Now today, we have a very special guest and I will have him introduce himself. But first, y'all know the deal.
Like, subscribe, and share this motherfucking video.
We drop videos, reels every day, YouTube shorts every day, TikToks every day, and the full-length podcast come out 8 p.m. every single Friday. The content makes you laugh and you can learn some shit. I'm gonna have my guest introduce himself. What's up, people? It's your boy B to the SG, Black Spider Guy advice. Trying to save my bros from them 304s. What's good? Oh, that's a cool intro right there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Practiced and well-focused. Got you. That's coming from a guy with a cool intro. You know, you can't take advice from somebody who hasn't been around the block. Yeah. If I didn't have a cool intro and I said it was a cool intro, you probably wouldn't feel anything. But my intro, get in that mode, stay in that mode. You gotta say it twice like a Pokemon. Hey, buddy. That is dope.
It's just I'm here. I'm simple. I'm simple. But Black Spidey Guy.
Yo,
first
what's up?
Question that we're gonna ask you is, what's the biggest issue today in modern dating?
The biggest issue in modern dating that I've noticed in these years that I've been doing this, man, girls seem to want to be the man, but at the same time, they want to be the woman. And it doesn't make sense. You can't be an invincible wall, but at the same time, the bullet. You got to pick one. Okay, all right. You gotta pick one. You can't be Wonder Woman and then say, help me, I need help. You're Wonder Woman. You know what I'm saying? Like figure that out. Okay, all right. So that's the biggest issue to you. I think that all the issues would be solved if women understood that you can't be Wonder Woman, but expect Superman to also be there when you can save yourself. Okay, all right. Strength attracts weaker people because weaker people need strength. Stronger people and stronger people conflict with one another. So you're saying that you're willing to save Lois Lane, but Wonder Woman can fend for herself? Yes, Wonder Woman is one of the strongest warriors in the world. Okay, I can agree with that. Why do you need Superman? You already are the super. You already are that. You know, a lot of girls today, I'm a career woman. I'm a boss babe. Do you know what a boss is? Boss will pay taxes. A boss has to deal with the issues that come with his business, the consequences that come with having to expand, fire people, hire people. Your job is to bear the weight of the debt. You're going to have to stay at home sometimes, picking up phone calls. You're going to have to sacrifice eating sometimes to get this business running, boss babe. That's a fact. You can't also in the same breath be like, okay, I'm done being boss babe now. I need boss man to come in and save me. No, you're the boss. You are the light in the dark, the sun and all of it. So you just made me think of a question. So from that rant, there's a lot of masculine women out here. Oh, hell yeah. There's also a lot of feminine men out here. Okay. Do you think that those relationships work? Like a bitch ass nigga and a strong ass nigga? I mean, a strong ass shorty? I think those work from time to time, but I've met women myself who are very strong that need a stronger man to kind of break them into their quote unquote feminine. I agree. Yeah, because I remember I met a girl one time was like, "Oh, you just some nigga in a hoodie," and I was like, "I'll break you down. Come to my fucking place." So she came over, her 6-foot ass. I tied that chick up, duct tape on the mouth, and I said, "Yeah, get ready for this shit." Wow. Okay, all right. But at the end, I said, I do crazy shit too. No, I'm just saying. I said it to say this. At the end of the day, like if you a man on your shit, everybody is submissive around you. Talk to him, right? No matter if you speak this shit, because I am the prime article. I am the fucking man. Yeah. You emulate me, that's fine, but you not me. Okay. Yeah. Right. And so as far as like the weak men is concerned, you know, Women wanted to be strong, so unfortunately, in order for someone to be strong, somebody has to become weaker. That's just how it is.
Yes, that's
Energy
nice.
moves, right? It's never like this. It's always like this. And so, I've met girls that are like, I'm okay with dating a weak guy. Yeah, okay. And then they complain about wanting bills paid. Oh, I need a man to act like a man sometimes. I see it all the time on threads and on Twitter. Like, you guys are consistently, despite wanting to be these independent people, don't like having the responsibility of being that independent person and want some man to come and save you.
Oh yeah, it's called The Child.
Yeah.
All right. You got your note
Actually,
open
you know
already?
what? Let me ask you a question.
Yes,
right.
yes.
What do you think about the 50-50 conversation?
50-50. I promote it all the time because again, I'm very petty. And women said all the time that they can handle this and they can handle that. Okay, I'm gonna treat you like a man. You come into the business site, I expect you to do exactly what I do. If I'm working, you working. If I'm cleaning, you cleaning. Right? If I'm buying food, you buying food. That's 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
Women fought for that. Y'all was like, we want to go to work every day and make money like you.
That is true.
Y'all wanted that. Boss babe, I take care of myself. I handle my, which by the way, you just glorifying being an adult, by the way. But whatever.
Yeah.
You guys fought for these things. So it doesn't make sense for you to then kind of redact and want to just morph and change this shit. It's very aggravating because I know instinctually what you desire. Like we all know as men, we know instinctually what they desire.
Yeah, yeah.
But we have to play this game, this almost like we're putting on a costume, ironically, and pretend as if that's not real. But then low key, texting, low key in the room. That's when the shift happens.
Okay.
That's when the magic happens.
It's all energy.
It's all energy.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. But women, you reap what you sow. You created this shit. You created this shit. Again, I'm very petty. I promote the 50-50 because I know you don't like it. I push the 50-50 because I know eventually you're going to go, I'm tired.
Exactly. That's it right there.
I'm tired.
Yeah,
remember
but you
I
said
told
that happens when they 60 though.
No.
When they 60 is when they accept it. They admit this shit all the time online, but won't do it because they're young and they still feel like they can fight it.
Okay, all right, give it.
So I was gonna say is that women, they said that they want this 50-50 and everything like that, but they eventually don't. Most women don't want to work.
Nope.
They don't want to work.
Nope.
If you gave them the option to be like, babe, you could stay at home. I would pay for everything. I got this, and I'm gonna give you some money. They're gonna stay home.
I don't know. I still disagree with that.
How?
I still think it's 50, ironically, 50-50. Like I think that half women will want to work and half won't.
No.
No.
Eventually they're gonna be like, oh, going to work is ghetto. I'm tired of this. My feet hurt.
Nah, I don't. I mean,
The man-
half will.
I would say 20% of women want to work.
Yes.
Nah, I say 50%.
Nah, I would say 20, and that's a guy going all over the world.
What y'all think? Oh, oh yeah. Word.
Yeah, when I was in the Philippines, when
You know,
I was
I
in
respect
Spain,
people that actually do shit.
yeah, when I was in Mexico, when I was in Canada, when I was in Quebec City. Shout out to my people in London. Y'all know who you are. Everywhere I go, women are looking for a man to be the lead.
No, well, yeah. I agree with that.
Right. And
yeah.
they don't want to work. And if they do work, it's maybe like, I have a little business selling makeup, or like,
Yeah, yeah.
I have a little business where like it's something that
I'm
they
not
can
saying
easily
work like to be the provider, but I'm saying, yeah, they're always going to be looking for a leader, but I think they want to contribute in some sort of way.
Okay. When you because when we say work, we saying like going 9 to 5,
Yeah,
working, grinding.
9 to 5,
But
yeah.
what you're saying is like a little side thing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
I
a little.
think that's
hobby.
the most ideal.
So
That's what
the
I
reason
want.
why. That's the reason I was gonna say like the ideal for a healthy relationship is 70-30.
Yeah.
Where 30% they contribute somewhat, whether that's being, fixing up the house, keeping the house clean, whatever have you, and having a little business to the side that they can do something that's passionate. So it doesn't seem like it's a
Not as
job for
physically
them.
strenuous, not as much
Word.
responsibility.
She can still look up to you because you're doing more.
Right.
Yeah.
She'll be still be
fulfills,
submissive.
it fulfills the dynamic.
Yeah, word.
But the thing is despite me knowing that, I still push 50-50 because I'm petty. And ladies consistently say all the time that they stronger, faster, better, more powerful, don't need a man, all this. So I expect you to be just like me. I'm straight up because I can't tell you how many times a day a woman will tell me we just as good as you, if not better. The world would in fact be better if men just disappeared. I've been told that multiple times.
I mean, I heard that too.
So if y'all so good, y'all so strong, stop expecting men to do more than what y'all are willing to do.
Now I agree with everything that you said 1000%. It's just I think that they cap about everything that they say. So even though they saying that, I never take it serious.
Yeah. But the thing is, the law takes it serious though.
Ooh,
right? The law. See, they may go, oh well, but I wasn't playing around. I was playing around. But they went to the court. They changed the laws. They pushed for these things. They vote for these things. Women vote a lot. Yeah, they vote for a lot of the laws and rules that we as men have to follow. So they may be capping online and they may be capping in real life, but when they go to the polls, they vote with that capping energy, right? Yeah, and that capping energy affects all of us. So I always tell girls all the time, I will completely be the provider when y'all go to the courthouse and change these damn laws. Until you change the laws,
I ain't getting married.
Me as a man, it makes no sense for me to be doing all this provider stuff when you got women out here. I thought there was a girl on a video. She said, well, I make money, but my husband doesn't know where my money goes. And she had like $500,000. And this man was struggling, paying the bills, paying the mortgage. This man, oh my God, $500,000. Well, it's my emergency bank, just in case anything happens or if I want to buy something nice.
If I want to buy something nice.
You're right. She has her little bank that she can pull out of.
God damn, she is super.
There's a lot of there's a lot of women out here with hidden banks, secret money, their little escape money, and the man pays for everything. And the man could literally be struggling, baby, I need help. I don't know what's going on. And she's like, well, baby, I don't know what to do. But she secretly got all this money because women still instinctually have this idea that a man is supposed to provide. But we got these laws that say we are equal. It doesn't make sense.
So you think the solution is court? Go to the
change the laws. If they said, do what Kenya did. I believe Kenya did this, right? They eliminated the divorce laws to where you can't take half of a man's stuff. I think they eliminated that. Mm-hmm. And that led to stronger relationship retention because now, oh, wait a minute. I don't have an escape plan.
Yeah.
Now I can't just get with you and use you. Now I got to think ahead. Right? I'm not just going to marry a rich man that's 20 years older than me, wait for him to die and take half his stuff. Now I actually got to marry somebody I care about. Mm-hmm. Right? The law, I tell girls this all the time. The system allows for them to do a lot of stuff. If we change the laws, if we reshape the system, a lot of these girls will be thinking differently. They'd be picking differently.
Because I will say this, marriage in the U.S. gives women almost all the leverage. Almost all the leverage. And if you have somebody that's within leverage, they're always going to take advantage of it.
Oh, yeah.
That's a normal human nature, is to take advantage of their opportunity.
Do you guys see yourselves getting married one day? Like, do you guys
not under these laws, bro?
But do you want to be married?
I will say, I would. Every man
would
has had that dream where they come home, girls got a ring on, that's my wife, here's my kids, this is my house. Every man has had that dream. I had that dream all the time.
Absolutely.
I still want to be a father, but marriage, bro, it's more than 50%. And in our community, the black community, brother, you got women out here saying, I'd rather be a single mom than a wife, bro, on podcasts, brother. I'd rather be a single mom than a wife, bro. Damn.
That's crazy.
Damn. In our community, black community. So as black men, like, damn, we fuck. And then even if you go outside of our community, the marriage rate still ain't that good for our white or Hispanic brothers out there. So why would I bet? Why would I bet at all?
You're going into a losing battle.
Why would I bet at all? Bet my whole life on a chance?
Yeah. All they got to do is be married to you for a year and they get half of your shit, bro. You could have been working 30 years for that come up.
I'm scared. I'm scared in Vegas with $300 in my pocket. You want me to give you my whole life savings?
Yeah.
I hear that.
It's a gamble, brother. We not getting what our grandparents had.
And I would say this about marriage as well, too. It's not just what you worked up till that point. You got to pay alimony as well, too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit, bro.
Or if you don't work for your pension, she going to take half your pension. You still got to go work to go get another pension. She probably get more of that, too.
Yep. I've had followers, bro. Dude had 15 years of marriage. Came on my live. Was like, yo, I just found out my wife was cheating on me with my best friend.
Oh.
And now she's trying to take the house. What should I do? Should I fight for it? Literally on the live.
Yeah.
This was a year ago. And I was like, bro, fight for that house. Everybody in the chat was like, yo, fight for your house. He was able to, he found out that his state honored a previous agreement he had, and he was able to keep his house. And he's like, bro, if I didn't come on your live, I don't know if I would have kept the house.
This is what I'm going to say about marriages as well, too, right? And this is why I say they give women almost all the leverage. We cheat, instantly, they get half the shit, right? And they cheat, they still get another nigga and half the shit.
So she's sleeping with the new guy in the house y'all bought.
Yeah.
In the bed you
And
bought.
that's why they always say, if I'm not happy, then why would I stay? Because they're not incentivized to stay. They could have a whole nother person who they're happy with.
Right.
Yep.
And still bank off of their last nigga.
Yes.
Right. That's why statistically men who are in marriages get less bedroom fun than men that are bachelors. Why do I need to please you when I got you, right?
Yep.
I got you.
Yep. I told you, bro. Once they get the championship belt, bro, they retire.
And don't let
trust
you
me, I
slack
know.
in the gym. Don't let you slack in the gym or stop working as much as you used to.
Oh, it's over with. You're not the same guy that you used to be.
Where is the man I married? I don't see him anymore. I got tired.
It's a whole different person.
Okay.
Bro.
So
It'd be like that.
yeah.
you said you've been doing this for 6 years, right?
Yeah.
What could you bring us back to the day where you was like, I'm gonna put on a black Spider-Man costume and just start making content? Like, what made you start
So-
making content in a costume?
So before even this, I was making content. That's why I say 6 years, because I started in 2018.
Okay.
And I had like 20 different names. Wasn't working. I didn't even really have the motivation. I just wanted to make something. Shout out to Steph is Cold. You know, Steph is Cold. I was watching his stuff. And, I was just, really feeding into it at the time. But I didn't have any spunk. And I remember it was like 2019, 2020.
Steph is Cold is
He makes content, men's content.
okay.
He follows me on IG. But it was Drew Affollow. Drew Affollow, she's a female feminist. She's a female feminist. And she made a video basically like there was this 14-year-old boy that ended his life. And these women were basically cheering it on. They were like, "Yeah, another man gone."
What
And
the
she was talking about how, it was the kill all man movement at the time. How, we're not going to kill all men. We're just going to kill some of them, the bad ones.
What the fuck?
Yeah, the kill all man.
This was some real shit?
This was a real movement back on TikTok. They eliminated it. This is where I started. Tay also started during this movement too.
Oh, yeah, shout out to Tay.
Where women, basically a good amount of women who had a lot of following were like, the kill all men doesn't mean kill all men. It just means some of them. And I was like, you're talking about genocide and you're laughing about it. And then this little boy, 14-year-old in the UK, got falsely accused of sexual assault. And he got out, but the bullying was so bad, he ended his life. And you've got women in the comment section clapping their fucking hands.
Damn, and that's what inspires you to make
I was
content.
because I had masks and shit in my room already, and I saw a Spider-Man mask on the floor. I was like, bro, I got to do something. I can't just do nothing. And so, I donned the mask and I started making videos, started making content. As you keep doing it, you get better at it. Disney actually sent me a cease and desist. They were like, yo, you can't.
Oh, because you're Spider-Man.
Right. I was Black Spider. It was Black Spider Guy, but the name was different, and I had the original Spider-Man mask.
Okay.
And they were like, you can't do it like that. It's intellectual property. We're gonna sue you. So I was like, all right, blue and black.
And you know what's crazy? They only send a cease and desist if you're actually coming
you
up.
on your shit.
Right.
Yeah, and that's a good sign.
And I had 329,000 followers on TikTok at the time before they banned me. And then I made another account and it's at 139, and I got another account that's at 37K. So I'm not
if
really
the
on TikTok like that.
If the numbers are reaching that, are staggering that high,
right.
why are they pulling it?
It's because they can't make money off of it.
Disney's whole motive right now, if you've watched any,
No, I meant TikTok. Sorry, I know Disney. Why
TikTok is made by China. China doesn't want strong men in America. If there's a Chinese TikTok and an American TikTok. If you watch Chinese TikTok, it's completely different.
It's all educational stuff, something to build up the men that's inside of China.
China actually banned feminism and all intellectual properties on the internet because they found out that it incites women to go against their traditional values and it makes men weaker. So they banned it. But in America, they push anything that's about degeneracy, guns, drinking, everything. This is a Chinese-owned product. So of course a man comes along and says, hey, yo, guys, stop dating hood chicks, work on yourself, go to the gym, invest your money, travel the world, know your worth, stop sleeping with 304s, find a woman that actually gives a damn about you. Imagine if every man were to do that shit. You would have an army of strong men, families in tow. They don't want that. I need your country to be weak, sir.
I don't understand why yeah. Duh. We're talking about China.
Right. I need your country to be weak, sir. We trying to take you over. They own basically every damn thing. If I can't defeat your army, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to erode you from the inside out with logic and ideology.
I told you, man, it's the plan, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You do it so that subconsciously so people don't think about it.
Yeah.
They hack us every day, bro.
Yeah, they do.
They hacked the entire health infrastructure. I remember I was working when that happened. And we had to start using pen and paper for like a couple hours so they fixed the system back. This is real life. People be like, oh, this is just internet stuff. The internet is so powerful that the government wants to control it. Yeah. It is not just internet stuff.
Yeah, it's a reflection of
society.
Yeah. Yes. Maybe the extremes most of the times.
But it's human thought.
But yeah.
It's what we're all thinking about but don't say.
Yes.
Word. Talk to them.
It's what we all thinking about. Let's be real.
Okay. Give women one rule of black Spidey guy dating advice. Just one.
Give women?
Yep.
Like in what aspect?
Just a rule. So what do you think that they should do to get the results that they claim that they want?
Hold yourself to the same values you say men should hold themselves to. Please stop saying a man should be a provider, but you don't even want to submit. The word submit sound like slave to you. Girls telling me online, you want a woman to submit? You want a woman to be a slave? You want a woman that's beneath you? But then you want a whole man to work a 9 to 5 every single day, come home with no sandwich, no nothing.
How you expect to go back to work hungry?
And then go, oh well, that's just what a man's supposed to do. You just completely push down what a man's sacrifice is because you think that's just what we supposed to do. But when I say, okay, well, you need to be barefoot, pregnant in the house, making me a sandwich, and then that's slavery. Hold yourself accountable to the same rules you hold us to. I know I do. I work. I have my own place. I invest. I save. I don't do drugs. I don't sleep around like that. I hold myself to the same values. Well, you sleep around, but I hold myself to the same values that I would hold another woman to. So no woman could come to me and be like, you don't hold yourself to it. I definitely fucking do. So you better do the same or don't talk to me.
Okay. All right. So I'm getting the vibe that you really want something serious and real. Cause I was having a conversation with him earlier. Like I kind of talk like that, but I'll be bullshitting. Like
man.
My short-term energy be coming out. Like I kind of really still got some short-term
I want it. I'm not gonna lie. I want something serious. But the thing is that with the way how I am, businessman and all-minded, it's not an investment that I would want to make because I could work so hard to get to this point just for it to collapse because of a woman's feelings.
Very true. And that's why we get trust funds. But
yeah.
See, now, married, like traditional wedding, ring and all that, I would have to be like at a super ideal place in life to where...
Nah. I'm going to do it like the Jewish community.
How do they do it?
They don't get married legally. They say that the mother is a single mother. They get money from the government, but they all living together.
Oh.
You know, ladies all the time.
They finessing.
They are. But you know what's funny? Ladies say all the time, give me a ring and make it serious. What's the difference between a ring and not having a ring?
Nothing?
Nope. Mindset. That's all that changes. Now...
I said nothing.
I'm really a nigga. Nothing. It ain't no difference.
No. What changes is the mindset because now the woman's like, oh, I got this ring on. Now I'm your wife. But she should have had that mentality from day one.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Back in the day, dating wasn't even a thing. There was no boyfriend, girlfriend. That's a modern day invention. It was, this is my wife.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
Back in the day, they said, this is gonna be your wife. He's going to be your husband. That's it. And they stayed together and that was it. There was no dating. We're going to go to this place. You're going to meet your future husband.
So it would be really easy for you, well, not a challenge for you to stay with one shorty that's loyal to you.
It wouldn't be, that's not a challenge. My father and my mother been married for 41 years. I've watched a man struggle and deal with demons and showcase to me what real faith is, real faith in a relationship is. I know what that is. I've lived that. I've watched it. I've seen it. And I want something like that.
Do you think that is ever going to like come back to being the forefront of America?
Hell no. Hell to the no.
Okay, I would.
You
say,
think it's over?
I would say this. Look, because marriage. I'll say this with women now. Marriage is more so something that they can flash to their friends, something that they can flash to the world.
Yeah.
It's not what it actually is.
It's a
I have
bookmark.
kids. I have a husband, and that's the reason why they want a certain type of men so that they can fucking say to their girls like, oh, look at my man, he's doing this, and
Right.
that, and all this other stuff. Something for them to show, but for them to actually be within the marriage and actually do things that are marriage worthy, they don't want to do.
But back to what you were saying though, I really want something serious. Yes. And my father always says, son, don't waste your time on shit that you don't actually want to eat. You know, when you get a plate of food, you're like, you eat a little bit of it, tastes good. Okay, I don't really want that. But when you get that shit you really want, you eat the whole fucking plate. That's what I want. I want a woman, I look at her, that's my plate. I'm eating the whole fucking plate. I'm good. I'm full. You know, when you eat a good meal, you satisfied, I'm fucking good. I don't want nothing else. That's what I'm looking for. I don't put my time and energy into nothing that I don't seriously desire. I feel like we complain a lot about 304 behavior, but we feed it.
Yeah, we
feed it.
I
to
feed it.
Jesus Lord. But
we enable it.
I don't like 304 behavior, but I also don't practice it myself.
I just don't promote it. And I mean, well, me, myself personally,
Right.
if I'm having a story or something like that, a podcast, I won't lie about shit that I did. But to get up here and like promote girls, like you should do an OnlyFans, like I'm not that kind of guy.
Right.
But will I fuck a bitch that got OnlyFans? Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I'm not going to put my energy into nothing because I'm not spiritual, but I do understand that when I'm having, bedroom fun with you, like from a neuroscience standpoint, I'm literally linking with you. I'm sharing chemicals with you. The DNA that I'm about to put inside of you is going to be within you for almost your entire life. And they've proven that. You can look that up in a research paper.
Does that make
it
me
is true.
a hypocrite though? Like, should I not say, like, do you think there's any merit in not saying it and promoting it vocally, but
I think
in my own life, everybody sins?
A man's
I'm not gonna lie and be like, I ain't hitting that fat ass.
It's good to be
I'm
honest,
hitting that shit.
but a man is his doctrine, I feel. And if you don't go with your doctrine, it's like, is your word really worth anything? Like if you really 10 toes down on what you believe, like I believe in the shit I believe to the motherfucking facts, to the point where, again, like I said, I only fuck with certain people. And
That's
it's
why
like,
I asked you if you really want one shorty.
all I need is one. I've said this countless times. I'm not one of these dudes that are like, I'm a fuck 50. If a big titty, all I need is one big titty woman in my life that cares about me, that's willing to do what she's supposed to do. And that's it. Life is tiring, bro. I used to be 18 years old, 19 years old in college with all these girls in the phone and shit. And it's my birthday. And then, oh, hey, it's my birthday. Oh, we went out last week and it's tiring, bro.
Yeah, it's tired to text good morning to 4 different girls.
I messed up, bro. I was talking to 2. I switched the names around. It's not good. It's not good. Human beings, for the most part, we weren't even supposed to live this long, honestly. Back in the day, before science and medicine, we died at like 25, 22, 23. We weren't even supposed to live this long. We got with one person, we devoted ourselves completely to that person, and we died, protecting our seed, and that was it. And if that's where we started, and now here we are with this modern day shit, and we're not happy, we're overweight, we're sick, we're all upset, we all lost, we're
gonna go back to that.
Right.
Dying at an early age.
But it's unfortunate, but that's what I'm saying. The only way for this shit to get fixed is, unfortunately, just like Rome, it's gonna fall. Because what held us together, this was a country founded on Christian values. I don't care if you atheist, Muslim, this country was founded on Catholic values. And we are so far away from that. It's never gonna come back. You got women out here that suck 15 Ds before they turn 19 years old. And then they saying, well, I'm gonna be a wife now. No, you not. The first person you was with was supposed to be, if you Catholic anyway or Christian, supposed to be your husband.
Yep.
You suck 15 damn long Ds, and now all of a sudden, I'm tired of these Negroes. I need a man that cares. Now you
To the 15 one that you suck.
and you can't even pair bond well because you've been so messed up from going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 15. Now here comes Mr. Savo, and he's got to deal with not having bedroom fun with you because you mad. He got to deal with you, and now he's got to teach you how to be a wife when you should have been already practicing that behavior.
Damn. Oh.
I live in the spirit of being a husband. I work, I pay my bills, I hold myself accountable. I live in the spirit of being a husband. I'm not gonna get married as far as the paper shit is concerned. But when I get with a woman, I'm serious about it. She gonna be like, damn, that's my man.
I should say
I live in the spirit of that.
I would say this, that a woman, you should be teaching her how to be sexual. She should already know how to be a wife.
Right.
They got it misconstrued. They know how to be sexual, don't know how to be a wife.
Oh, I see what you were saying now. Okay, you see, yeah,
Yep.
That's what
it went over my head.
Yeah. So basically, women, you need to come into the relationship already knowing how to be a wife. And if you're not really that good in bed or whatever have you, your man could teach you that.
Yep.
But most of the women now today, they could lead in the bedroom, but they don't know how to be a wife.
Yep. And to the girls that'll say, oh, well, that's messed up because, listen, y'all expect us to know how to protect, provide, secure, all this shit.
You can't teach us that.
That might be actually some good advice because that's why you have me who only want to fuck because they know how to fuck. If they knew how to be wifey, then I would get a wife. That's the truth. You don't think
Somebody
so?
please help him.
All I gotta say is, I mean, brother, do you? You know, I don't promote that kind of behavior, but
Fucking?
you should. I don't call it fucking. I call it making love.
Sex,
I call it
love, whatever.
I know, because I mean, again, just from me doing research, that act is a lot more than what we portray it to be. Right? There's chemicals, there's hormones, there's connecting, there's neurons in the brain firing. It's supposed to be this deep connection where a woman, that's when a woman literally falls in love with a man. It's there. Right? And so it's supposed to be, it's the most vulnerable a woman can ever be. Yeah. That's the most vulnerable moment where her defenses are down and you're literally attacking the body. That's the most vulnerable a woman can ever be. That's the most sacred thing. And we've turned it into this I'm just having fun, I need to nut shit. And we wondering why depression's out the ass. We wonder why we have no moral values or moral compass. We wondering why there's no families being created.
So what about like kids that go to school and bring certain objects that could harm people? You don't think they do things like that because they got blue balls? Like the ones that go to schools and pow, pow, pum, pum?
You're talking about the men with all the testosterone but nothing to do with it?
Yes.
You know, a long time ago, when a boy turned 11, 12, men would take the young men who got older and had all this rambunctious energy. They didn't call it ADHD. They said he needs to become a man. They would put this little boy through trials and tribulations. You were a boy at 13 in a lot of different tribes because now you're strong enough. You have the energy, the testosterone necessary to conduct yourself in a very masculine manner, right? We don't have any of that anymore. There is no becoming of a man in America. There's just, oh, you're 13, okay. you're 14, okay.
That's a pretty good point.
You're going through puberty, just figure it out.
Discovered porn.
Yeah, just do that.
Just gonna beat your shit.
Yeah. There's no
never grow up.
There's no son. Understand that this is a part of your body, but it's something that's sacred.
This is also part of why we have all the YNS out there, them young niggas.
Yeah.
The crash outs.
Yeah.
They got all that testosterone match with the feminine energy that they're getting from their single mothers.
And the blue balls.
That too. And
if you're not getting no ass out here, I don't care who you are. You finna shoot somebody.
They're crashing out over anything. And on top of it too, now over social media, nobody wants to take accountability for anything.
Nope. Yep.
So when you're allowed to do whatever you want, you have no morals. You have no decisions that from right or wrong. You just do what you think you could do.
Yeah.
True.
That's the problem that we have today.
Very true.
So actually, I'll ask it.
Okay.
What is the biggest problem that social media has around dating and relationships?
Social media has basically simplified dating, or should I say, what's the word I'm trying to compress dating down to condensed it down to its simplistic form, right? You've got women basically being able to shop for men like they can buy sneakers, right? And we all know that when you got 1,000 channels on TV, you ain't got nothing to watch.
Yeah.
Right.
Is that social media's fault or niggas' fault?
That's human nature.
Yeah.
Right. Women are all about trying to find the strongest, the fastest man, the most desirable man possible. A long time ago, that was your town, right? Mm-hmm. Your dating pool was your town. That was it. Then it was the state, because now you got phones. Now it's the internet. The entire world is your dating pool, right? So
big competition.
All the internet did.
May the strongest survive.
All the internet did is give female nature a chance to just completely explode on what it already is. Same with men, right? We online, we all going in the comment section saying you're sexy, you're hot, you're beautiful, you're wifey. We're all competing with one another and shit. That's the simping culture, right? I'm giving energy to a woman that I can't sleep with. That happens all the fucking time. While she becomes some kind of goddess figures, why a lot of girls have a god complex, because guys are pedestalizing these things they can't have. So now you got a girl in Toronto with 20 dudes in freaking London thirsting for her. She don't even got a contact with them, but now she gains access to the resources. Mm-hmm. It completely skips the necessity of pair bonding or falling in love. Mm-hmm. That's why a lot of girls are like, feel like they're entitled to a man's resources, because now, thanks to the internet, it's eliminated the need for them to go through a physical ritual of understanding and learning my man. Now I can just go skip past that, just get what I want.
So
do you think there's any
I would say this
solution?
Social media, the biggest problem that it created for the community or the community for the world is that within dating, it increased the supply and lowered the demand.
Facts.
So there's no demand for a man anymore.
Facts.
There's no demand for a woman anymore. I mean, men always going to demand women, right? But there's so much supply out there. But women actually create that demand, right?
Right.
And the fact that it's so much supply, they can think they can get whatever they want, so they don't value nothing.
True. But, with that, because girls will be like, well, I have all these options. No, you just got dudes that want to sleep with you.
Exactly. They don't know the difference.
They don't. That's another problem with that. With all these options, they thinking that options means love. No, it just means sex.
Yes.
That's all that means. And so, girls will go through this phase, especially the young girls. They think, well, I'm giving you my body. That means you love me. No. A man has the ability to separate the two. A woman gains the ability to do that after she slept with 15 dudes. Then she gains the ability. But from the beginning, a woman, no. A woman will correlate, I'm giving you my body, love. She will. That's the strongest connection she'll ever have, is that first one. When you number two, know that number two, you'll never get that strength that number one had. That's just a fact. That's just chemically, biologically a fact. But once a woman starts sleeping around, pair bonding ability ruined. It gets completely ruined. Can't do that shit no more. But
do you think they could ever learn how to bond again after being a thotty?
No. Just like trauma in the brain stays. The strongest memories you have are from when you're a child. That's the very beginning of who you are. Once you go through all that trauma, okay, you can go to therapy and learn how to deal with it, but it's what makes you who you are.
That's fine.
The trauma made you into who you are today. You can't go back in your memory and go erase. You'll literally erase who you are. That don't make no sense.
I don't know. I kind of disagree with that a little bit. I disagree with trauma makes you who you are.
It does.
No, it does. It definitely does.
All you do now is you're like, well, I'm over it now. But in order to become who you are and get to where you are to the point where you can go, I'm over it now, you had to go through it.
Because put like this, like say if you're a warrior, right? Mm-hmm. You have to go through battles for you to become a better warrior. For some people who are rich, they had to go through struggles for them to understand the value of money and for it to be able to, manipulate money. Right. Some people, especially with rich people, they never went through traumas. They never went through hardships. They never went through nothing. So when they go through hardships, they don't know how to be a person.
Are trauma and struggle the same thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think trauma and struggle are the same.
Yes.
Just another word for it.
I disagree. My upbringing with my family, I would say we struggle, but I never had a traumatic experience.
That struggling is what created a trauma. Trauma isn't always, right? I could punch myself, that's trauma. Right? Cut myself, that's trauma. Right? What's your view on what trauma is? Trauma, we could just say, is a negative memory. A memory that was so powerful that
it's a lens on your future.
Right. That it's over the top. I could say that moment where my father sat down with me after I came out of the military and said, son, sometimes you need to do what you don't want to do to get where you need to go. That was a traumatic experience for me. That made me realize that sometimes you got to eat crow and sacrifice to become stronger. That one memory it was so traumatic that it's the first thing I think about whenever I feel like I'm about to fall. Okay. Trauma isn't necessarily.
I see where y'all coming from. You know the kind of person I am. I'm the kind of guy that seeks the truth, the harsh truth. So
same.
I don't see it as a traumatic experience. I kind of see it as a now.
Oh, you change your perceptual view of what it is as time has gone on, but we're both talking about the same thing just from a different lens.
Yeah. So
Because I feel like depression is not a thing.
me too.
I don't think it is.
I've said that before, but
That's me and my perception of how,
read a
how
lot.
I twist how depression is. You're only depressed if you're allowed to take over you.
that's kind of the
depression.
same way I feel about the trauma, though.
No, but I'm saying you have learned to see trauma that way. Some people can't do that. They can't distinguish between the two.
Yes. Okay.
So for most people, a bad experience in their life is that trauma, right? And it's until you understand that that trauma is a lesson, then you don't think of it as a traumatic experience anymore.
Now it's
That's
just a lesson.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think, well, I'm not going to put words in you guys' mouths, but I'm going to make this statement.
Go ahead.
I do think that people can come back from extremely traumatic experiences
Of course.
and have good relationships.
Some
Of
can,
course.
most can't.
Okay.
Most of
we
them
could
can.
agree.
And that's from me working in psychiatry for 2 years.
We could
A
agree.
lot of people aren't built for that shit.
We'll agree there.
Most people, if you threw them in the military, they be out. Most people ain't built for that. Like we were talking about earlier. Not everybody can be police officer, first responder. You seeing dead people. You seeing blood. I remember one time I saw a nurse go into the room. She quit that day because she saw somebody that looked like her brother dead. And she was so traumatized by that, she couldn't work. She's like, I didn't realize
all
that it
right.
was this serious.
Okay. All right. I feel that. You asked that question.
No, and I'll say with the traumatic experiences as well, people like to fall in love through traumas. Like they have the same kind of traumas and they date. And the problem is that it'll never work out because you never know your true self because you're letting that trauma over control you.
Yeah.
True that.
The trauma bonding is real.
And that's in the hood though. That's in the black community. We build over traumas.
We definitely
Because we
do.
came from the same upbringing that we're alike. No, we're not.
And then anything
That's
that,
true, 'cause if
anything
I
that's
ever-
positive would be deemed to be a non good or why you acting like that?
It's because they've seen so much negative within inside of themselves and inside of their upbringing. The positive seems like an outsider. Nothing is ever positive.
That's a fact. That's a fact because I do love all races, shapes, and sizes of women.
Right.
But I feel like I gotta, if I was to get married, it would be with somebody who could relate to me, like from a similar hood or some shit. Like I can't.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're different on that.
I mean, not like necessarily a hood chick, but like somebody like me, somebody that's from that area that overcame the traumatic experiences. That's the only kind of person I could see myself really being with.
Okay.
I would say that I wouldn't say that I would want a woman that's like that. I would just want a woman that can adapt with the situation, that understands to adapt with the situation.
Right.
I'm not saying I wouldn't give the suburban woman the time of day, but I just don't see myself.
Because the person that you're talking about being that upbringing, understanding that where you have grown up and been in the same thing is adaptability. In the community, you learn how to adapt, but is the adaptation something that's positive or negative?
Yeah, you
That's
could.
the-
Yeah,
that's
you
the-
could transform into.
Right.
Yeah, I feel that.
So that's the reason why I want a woman that I could adapt with, that understands that we can be up one time and we could be down one time, but as long as we have each other together, we can go through any type of trials and tribulations.
Yeah. But they gotta value you over this money shit.
Yeah.
And that's very far and few these days.
Everybody wants the money, bro. It's
That bag, chase the bag. I'm not dating no brokey.
So we've had debates and segments on this question.
Yeah.
We like to ask every guest this question.
All right.
Define a good woman.
A good woman is an individual that, despite all the negatives within you, sees the good in you always. And always tries to bring out the good in you, despite seeing that darkness. So that could be if you're rich, that could be if you're poor. That no matter what, she's always trying to pull that good. Because a woman is supposed to amplify a man, right? So when you dealing with a whole bunch of shit, she looks at you, she puts your chin up and goes, "Stop it. I see the good in you. I see the strength in you." She lights the spark. Right? That's what a good woman. She can look at you and know, okay, he needs this from me. I see the good in you. I'm gonna assist that part of you. No matter how dark you are, I see that. And she feeds that part of you constantly until that's all that's left. That's a good woman.
That was fire. Okay. All right.
So
I like that.
Now with being now define a good man actually.
A good man is an individual that can set up barriers, understands the outside world, so that way his wife can consistently feed the good in him whilst he's trying to make sure that nothing dark comes and attacks her. Right? So he's the one on the outside, she's the one on the inside. I'm out there battling. I'll give you a better illustration. I'm Batman, right? I'm out there battling.
Not Spider-Man.
Battling. Nah, I'm just an analogy.
You should be Spider-Man.
It's an analogy. Let me go on. But just think about it. I'm Batman. I'm out there battling and shit. I'm battling.
Picture Batman.
Fine. Spider-Man.
Thank you.
All right. Let's say I'm wearing the symbiote suit, right? I'm out there battling. I'm battling. I come home, the symbiote's fucking telling me all this dark shit, whispering in my ear, yo, you could have just hit him 15 times harder. You could have killed him. And then here comes Mary Jane like, yo, Pete.
Boy, you're zipping
Pete.
down. I'm out to give you some sloppy toppy.
Pete. No. She holds him and says, hello, Tiger. And he's like, I don't know. I'm losing my
Hello,
mind.
Tiger.
And she grounds him.
Yes.
She grounds him and says, hey, put the suit down. You don't got to be Spider-Man right now. Right? You don't got to be Spider-Man right now.
This guy got some good analogies.
Yeah.
You gotta relax, breathe.
Okay.
She looks at the good in him. The darkness within us, the bite, the fangs we've got. That's what we use to battle every day, us men. But when we come home, we need somebody that can look at the good in us and light that good up. Because if not, what happens when a man is alone with his thoughts?
He's going to be drowned out by darkness.
And he will explode and he ends up destroying everything around him. A woman ignites the good in us. And we use our darkness to defend her as she lights the good within us. Yeah. We've lost that balance.
So a good man is supposed to protect his women, and protecting doesn't just mean physical. It also means mental.
Exactly.
I feel that.
Exactly.
That makes me think about that argument, and it kind of defeats it to me at least, where they say if the world only had women, it wouldn't work. Okay, maybe, possibly, true. I agree with that. But same with men, because we'll fucking kill each other.
We would end up killing one another.
With no women, it's over.
No, I would say this. The world would last longer with all men around.
I don't know about that.
No. Men know how to live alone. Most men are alone anyway. So taking away women for most men wouldn't do anything because most men don't get women at all.
Exactly. And they still got to live.
So if women disappeared, most men don't have women anyway. So most of them are just going to carry on.
So the reason why I say that.
The influence is still there, though, women being on the planet.
So now the reason why I say that if you have a world full of men, a world full of women, the world full of men is going to last longer. Of course, it's still going to crumble because they still need women to operate together.
Yep.
Right? But a world full of women, they don't know how to build stuff naturally, don't know how to build stuff, don't know how to defend for themselves.
But what about the blue balls? The blue balls is going to make niggas off themselves or each other.
We have this thing called, unfortunately, adult content.
Not anymore.
Men
if there's no women.
No, so if there's no women.
Men are civil because of women.
Are we saying that? Hold on. Are we saying that we're eliminating women in everything women-esque? Or are we saying we're eliminating physical women? Because if we're saying we're eliminating everything feminine-esque, that means anime, adult content, everything you're saying goes. Yeah. That's a different conversation.
That's what would everything would go. I don't see.
No. We're talking physical women.
Physical woman.
I mean, that's just. No, we're taking away femininity.
Okay, so now you're saying, so now that's a different question, right? So we take away everything with a woman on it. So every magazine is gone.
There's no women.
Physical? Or are we saying women in like all women?
No feminine. Yin and yang is only masculine. That's why God made it the way it is. The world, it has to be both.
It goes back to what he said. The world would still last a little longer, but it would still fall.
Nah. God is up there like, nigga, what the fuck are you talking about right now?
Nah.
It won't work with either half.
Yeah, but I'm just what we're saying.
It doesn't make sense to say it will last longer because it's guys, to me.
Yes, because if you're talking about putting guys on one planet and putting women on one planet, guys are able to survive, right? They're gonna build stuff. They're gonna do.
We're
things.
lone wolf. We have to do everything on our own. We don't need a system.
I feel that, and don't get me wrong. There probably will be some sort of thriving civilization in 10 to 15 years.
It's still gonna fall because
But there's gonna be another civilization and another one who's gonna want to take the shit that niggas got, and it's still gonna crumble.
Yes, but that's what we're saying.
It's gonna fall, but it's not gonna fall as fast.
Exactly. We're saying the time frames are different.
Men are lone wolf. We don't need systems to support us. We can do shit on our own. And since men are already alone anyway, taking away female stuff won't really do much to majority of men who don't have female stuff in their life already.
Now put women in that same predicament and tell them to go fight against these other bunch of women. Some of them not gonna fight.
Most of them
aren't gonna fight.
Yeah, so then they're gonna get crumbled. They don't want to build, bro. They don't even want to go to work.
I don't want to argue for who's gonna last longer. I just wanted to make the point of both of them won't last. That's all I was saying.
Who uses Section 8 more and government systems more?
I'm not going down this road. Okay. So you've been to London.
Yes.
You've been on some pretty interesting podcasts. A podcast that I watched the main, I think it's Pearl.
Yeah.
And he's like a branch from her.
King
right?
Riches.
King Riches, that's his name. Shout out to him. I discovered him through Pearl's show. He's a cool dude. I like his content. You were on his show.
Right.
Do women treat you differently overseas?
Yeah. Because you're not black, you're American. You're not black, you're American. You're not African, you're American. You are an ambassador of America. Anything they've seen on TV, you're a black man, that's who you are now. Yo, Kobe, what's up?
Damn.
It's different.
So was it a good different or a bad different or a mutual?
Good different, especially when I was in the Philippines and when I was in Canada. German women like me a lot. Asian women like me a lot. African women like me a lot. Obviously, a lot of them see you as a ticket for money, but most girls see that anyway. So you know how to navigate that.
Are you anonymous or do you reveal yourself?
I'm anonymous always.
So they could be dating the real you, but you do this content and they just don't know.
Yep. Real Spider-Man, Peter Parker shit.
Wow. That might kind of
He's a real life vigilante.
Yeah.
Saving us from these 304s.
That's the goal.
Come on now.
That's the goal. I know it's crazy, bro, but I've been all over the world with this mask in Mexico, Canada.
Look, I've seen, come on, we got the internet. There's a billion. I'm not even surprised. It's not crazy.
What you mean?
It's like wearing a mask and walking around.
Wearing a mask and walking around, yes, but
I've seen crazier shit. That's what I was saying.
No, definitely. 100%. But I'm just saying, like, as far as what I do.
Yeah, I mean.
In this space, in this niche.
Yeah, no. I'm not trying to downplay what you were doing, but I was basically saying, like, don't discourage the people from doing quote unquote crazy shit because there's nothing crazy anymore. People do.
Oh, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not saying that.
Continue.
Like there's King Spider, shout out to him. He's on IG.
I think it's cool what you do.
Thank you. He does backflips over the freaking in the subway terminals. I could never do that shit. That's crazy as fuck. But I think it's entertaining, definitely. So no, I don't discourage anybody from doing it.
I'm not gonna lie, your content, the fact that you do it and you don't show your identity is actually pretty good. The fact
smart too.
It's very smart that you're able to say a lot of things that people do need to hear without the backlash of knowing like who you are as an individual for them to attack you in person.
Then you don't get the prejudgments when you're dealing with real women and real shorties without the mask.
No, 100%. It's like having like almost like a black slate. Like I could be anybody, right? So all you hear is the logic that comes from my mouth, right? It's not about the mask. Who wears the mask is how you use it, right? So it definitely is that way. And that's actually one of the reasons why I chose Spider-Man. Because I think
with great power comes great responsibility.
But also
oh, damn.
No, 100% that. But also Spider-Man, anyone could be Spider-Man.
That's facts.
You know? So
big vigilante.
Yeah, Stan Lee said that. Stan Lee says he loves the fact that Spider-Man was a character that the suit was the entire body, because then anybody could be him.
That is true. Is he?
No, he passed away.
No. How many superheroes at that time had full body suits?
I don't think not a lot. Maybe Ghost Rider. But I don't know. That's an interesting question. I don't know.
So another question that I'm going to ask you,
Yes.
right? Especially, we're talking about social media and everything like that, right? How do you feel about the way how the algorithm is working when it comes to women being on Instagram?
Oh,
Compared to-
that's a remarkable
compared-
question.
Compared to how they are trying to censor a lot of things that's being said.
Everything on Instagram, for the most part, is just sexual. Like, and I tested this out, by the way, to anybody watching. I made a whole new account and I just started swiping. Let me just see what happens. Ass, titties, ass, titties, ass, titties. And then what the guys will do is they'll have a girl with them while they do something. So there's always a female aspect to a video.
Yeah.
Right. And so, or girls will be cooking, but she'll be cooking and she'll show her butt. Or she's cooking, but she's showing her chest. Or if it's not that, it's some guy doing, guys have to do extreme shit to get views.
Yes.
Like he's doing a backflip off of a building and men have to like almost die to get views.
Yeah.
Girl, just watch me dance and do this silly move.
Yeah. All they got to do is be pretty and they can get
Right.
That's their superpower.
Right. And so, I like to call IG softcore adult content page because that's pretty much what it is.
Because I would say this, right? And I've had this happen to me as well before. And this is why I always say, Instagram is bugging about this shit.
Right.
So they will ban you for cursing, right?
Oh, yes.
They will ban you for saying certain things, talking about certain topics of a certain protected group of people.
Yes.
Right? But when it comes to women, they could damn near show their pussy online and they don't get banned.
Because it generates the most money for their website.
Which is very true.
People don't understand. Instagram doesn't make any money. Instagram has no product. We are the product.
Yes.
Without people creating videos, same with YouTube, same with any of these platforms. These are just platforms, places people put stuff at, and then it gets viewed. Instagram doesn't make anything. It just gives you a place to make something. And so the biggest generator of income, softcore. So they're not going to block that. That's why they made that thing where you could breastfeed your child and it's okay. So you got women
with fake babies.
Using that to get dudes to buy their content. And they can't get banned because it's allowed. Because, it's technically breastfeeding. What's wrong with that? Are you against mothers? No, I'm not against mothers. Okay, so we're going to allow the content. And it's as soon as that was allowed, literally I think there was this one woman that had her child in the store in like a Stop and Shop or something. And the baby was drinking the milk and she was walking around with just her chest out. And I was just like, how is this allowed? And it was like, it's under breastfeeding. I'm like, this is not, you're using a child to, it's wild.
Yeah, nah. And I'll also say as well too, that all the platforms are kind of like that.
Yeah.
Everyone. Except for probably maybe YouTube. YouTube is very stringent on that nudity, adult content stuff because there's a lot of kids on there.
Oh,
So
yeah.
That probably makes sense. But Twitter, remember what happened? Twitter, no, not Twitter, Tumblr.
Damn.
I remember that.
Was a big platform, right? Big platform, whatever have you. They had damn near NSFW, best you not say for pseudophobe for work. And you can, basically view porn on there, right?
Right.
As soon as they stopped it,
Tumblr,
gone.
Doesn't work no more.
Done.
Because that's all it was.
Yeah.
So, Candace Owens. You don't have to say your opinion on
I know.
it if you don't want to.
No, let's go ahead.
Yeah. She has this view that porn should be banned. What do you think about that?
I think that, let me just be 100% honest. If you want the world to go back to some kind of level of reasonability, you're going to have to also implement some laws that used to be back in the day. I think that banning adult content might to a lot of people be seen as bad or too much. But in a society that over-sexualizes the female body
has to happen.
constantly.
You think
It
so
has to
too?
happen. Yes.
No. Now, I've debated people on this, and these are the reasons they'll say, you can't stop people from doing what they want. Okay. But the government all the time stops people from doing what they want. So you
They
can't.
try.
No. They stop a good amount. So doing something is better than doing nothing. And in a society that constantly feeds off the internet, government saying we're going to ban this on all sites would have a huge effect.
Yeah.
Especially with these young kids that shouldn't be watching this adult content.
Okay, I would say this. Because remember back in the day, we didn't have OnlyFans. We didn't have social media. They did have porn sites, right?
Right.
And of course you would watch porn. And back then, the years back then, it wasn't as crazy as it is now.
You had to go to a store. You had to go in the back. You had to make sure you were of age.
But it was always here.
It was, but it was regulated.
It was
heavily regulated.
It was-
And you couldn't see it unless you were of a certain age and you physically went to a building.
Yeah, it's not regulated anymore. Now it's just in the shadows.
No, it's not in the shadows. It's
Not
in
in
the
the shadows.
light.
It's completely in the
Well, yeah,
limelight.
well.
You got 17-year-old girls going on OnlyFans, bro.
Yeah, I mean, like people watch it in the shadows. Like it's
It was always.
it's not.
It's still in the shadows.
There was always watching the shadows.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying now people are doing it blatantly, bro. There are 20 V1s out here with girls showing their ass on YouTube
Constantly.
So if you're seeing, we were just talking about that. McDonald's is not going to get you because it's McDonald's and they're having ads. They're doing it to build real estate in your mind, bro.
Yep.
That's a fact.
So if you have sexual real estate in everybody else's mind, they're going to continuously think sexual at all times.
Right. And that's how you manipulate people. and
Exactly.
That's how you dumb people down. You know, the brain parts of, there's so many parts of the brain correlated to just that act that if you constantly bombard me with this constantly, it's all I'm ever going to think about.
It's going to be like a drug, bro.
But it pretty much is. It's actually been shown that it's just as strong as crack in the brain.
Now, okay, I agree with everything that y'all saying. I just think that at least dudes would always be like that. Like it's always gonna be, we're always gonna think about sex.
Yes, but the problem is that it's in every literal aspect of life that we're doing. We have our phones. We look at our phones every day. We look at our phones throughout the day. If all we're seeing is sex,
You're
that's
bombarding
all
your brain.
Yeah, that's a fact.
all the time.
Yeah, I
Because
feel
back
that.
then, when you didn't have phones, when you only could go onto a computer, when you had time to go on a computer, you had to actively think to be looking out.
Yeah,
porn.
it's literally in your pocket now.
Yeah.
You could,
At all times.
You had to physically move, go up in the attic, unlock the
Word.
door,
And even if you
hide
the
from your
door.
friends.
Yeah.
Like there was a physical it was hard to get to.
Word.
It was harder. If you make things harder to get to, people are less likely to do it.
Exactly.
It creates a deterrent.
Yeah.
If you make a deterrent to somebody doing something, it will have an effect.
that's a fact.
And
I agree
human
with
beings
that.
these days are lazy.
As
So
fuck.
if you made it so that you had to go to a physical store to get any of this, come on. People won't even get up to go get some food. They have to order it from Uber Eats.
I ain't about to say that. Yeah.
Okay.
They don't have an actual effect.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm just playing devil advocate a little bit.
Nah, it's all good. I like getting pumped. So,
What's another one? We can have this small little debate. Guys, is wearing shades on a podcast cheating? I consider it cheating because I can't see you guys' eyes. And I got my shades right here. I could join them, but I feel like we need to be connecting. We need to.
we are connecting though.
I'm not.
You hear my voice.
I'm talking to you.
You said that you like to debate. I wanted to.
We are debating.
Yeah. What was your argument? I want to see your eyes. That's my argument.
These are my eyes.
I'm seeing out of them.
That's
I'm seeing out of them.
These are my eyes.
well, I guess we could let the people decide.
Yeah, y'all decide, but this is my. People say all the time, is the mask? Is it a? It's not a mask. It's my face.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna bring this back to this, right?
Right.
You were saying simping is something that
Simping is a virus that needs to be eliminated.
Yes, yes, it definitely is. And he said it before that simping is really only giving things to a woman that you can't fuck.
It's a virus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That
Which
was
is
a
the truth.
Yeah, that was a great.
It's a fucking virus, though. It needs to stop. And we need to eliminate. The government needs to eliminate simping.
Seriously, dudes be
How you think they can do that?
It's gonna be very hard, but
I don't think they can do that.
gotta eliminate simping somehow. I don't know.
I think that it's always gonna be here, no matter what.
Nah,
Because guys like women. They're too beautiful.
guys like women, but you can look at women and not be like, oh my god, that's wifey. Oh my god, I'm gonna give her $5,000.
I would
Oh my
say
god.
probably maybe 50% of men can do that.
I think.
But the other 50%.
I got one way. It's a stretch though. The government can make it illegal for you to spend any type of money on a woman unless you're married to them.
Ooh, I like that.
That it would never happen.
I know it would never happen.
Yeah.
I said it's a stretch.
It would work though. If you correlated with the banks, Cash App, Venmo,
Yeah.
Zillow, none of that works. It could. Hey, simping is a virus though. I be seeing that shit all the time on Tay's page. Dudes be like, "Oh my god, you could be my wife. Oh my god, you're so hot." It's like,
She's
bro,
a beautiful woman. But
who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
If I can't have it, why am I worried about it?
That's
Exactly.
a fact.
Dudes on
But-
it's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Why are you spending all this energy and time
And money.
and money on a woman that's getting banged out by somebody else? She's why you online? Oh my god, you're
It's
hot.
really
She's
insane,
getting
yeah.
dicked the fuck down hard.
Okay, all right. I got a question now. Do you think that there are some guys out there that actually like that and like a cuck kind of guy? And if you do think it's true, give me the percentage of how many men are like that.
Bro, like not even 1%.
I think that there's a good amount of men that are like that, but only because of social media. Social media has taught guys
To be okay.
accept a certain way of thinking that has now proliferated itself into the point where there's probably a lot of men that think that way now. Where you know what? Hey, nothing we could do about it, so I might as well just, it is what it is. Right? That's learned behavior. No, fuck that. Give energy to a woman that's gonna give you energy back. Period. Amen. Don't be weak. Don't be no simp. That's crazy.
Just like how you were saying, Kill, before that you only want to fuck with women that actually like you.
That's it.
So just fuck with women that only show you interest.
Right.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, I know
That's
that, but
reciprocated.
and I've always given that advice. But as we continue to do this content,
But I'm
and
saying
I
that's-
still look
that's
at
how
the
you-
internet.
That's how you stop simping, is by only showing attention and interest to women that only show interest into yourself.
Yeah, but now you gave me a lesson that I gave you. I'll give you a lesson that you gave me. Only certain individuals can do that. You can't stop simping as a fucking whole.
If
No,
the strongest
I know.
men stand up and regulate like we supposed to, that's what
I
men
believe
used to
they
do.
are
That's
though. I believe that. All right,
No, they're not. No, they're not.
not to the degree that
No,
that we
not a
should be.
No, hell no. Because remember I told you where you give somebody leverage, they're going to take all the opportunity.
Yep.
People are simping. They're going to allow those motherfuckers to keep simping because guess what? That girl that he's simping over is coming back to me.
Yep. And she getting that money.
wait, I don't understand what you're saying.
That I'm saying that the strong men are not doing enough to incentivize that simping is not okay because simping is going towards their agenda of keeping all of the women.
Yep. All these rich dudes like Cam Newton, Mr. 8 baby mamas or whatever it is, he don't want sipping to stop. He don't need sipping to stop. Hey,
Keep simping.
Keep
I'm-
simping.
Oh, you guys are saying like basically like the 10% men.
10% men love simping.
are benefiting off of the simping.
Because while I'm banging her out, you giving her money.
And you don't think that they want to stop.
No. Who gives a shit about the weaker men? That's what they think. Dude, I have a friend in Hackensack, New Jersey, okay? He worth 200 mil, okay? This man would literally send me, he says, yo, Spidey. I'm like, yo, what's up? You see that girl over there? He would send me a picture of her. He's at like a banquet. She's married. I'm like, okay. He's like, I'm gonna get her tonight. I'm like, no, you're not, bro. She's married. He's like, nah, I'm gonna get her. And this man literally sent me a video, no homo, with him banging this chick out. He's like, say my name, bitch. And then the next day would film her going back to her house.
Oh, this nigga's a nut.
No, but what I'm saying is that there are men out there, men that I've met, rich men, very rich men, who work in the shadows and adamantly.
All right, I could see from that story and from like I could see why they're incentivized to.
Right.
I just
Why would I want-
didn't
why
picture
would I
it because
want-
I couldn't do something like that.
Why would I want men to become stronger when I'm the strongest? I'm not going to benefit from society getting better.
Yeah, just like the corporations. They don't get benefit by us being business owners.
Nah, we need y'all to be weak, consume,
employees.
and be stupid. Keep jacking it, keep eating dumb, keep
Because
not working out. I need you to be stupid.
The normal human nature is not for someone to be good. Most people aren't good. They're for themselves. They're selfish, right? So for you to say that, oh, most men are going to make sure that all men are, no, they don't. They want what's for themselves most times.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's because they haven't reached a point to be selfless yet. when they reach that point, I think that
when they get old, and they bang out all the hoes and they're like, all right,
that's what I kind of meant.
Nah,
because I'm gonna be that. I'm gonna fuck all the hoes too, and then when I'm old, well, I'm telling y'all now still how to get right. But when I'm old, I'm gonna be still saying the same shit. I think that men talk like this when they get old.
Well, we not old.
Far from it.
Yeah, but I'm saying I think that dudes try to put younger niggas on game.
Definitely all the time.
Yeah.
But do the younger niggas listen? No, the fuck they don't.
They simp.
They're gonna simp. They're gonna continue.
That's
to
why.
simp.
That's what I was saying. You could
Because
save individuals,
pussy,
but you can't save everybody.
The-
You taught me that.
The strongest thing in this entire world, the strongest object that has the most attraction that people are going to kill over is pussy.
That's my point. It's never gonna go. It's not gonna stop.
You dangle pussy over somebody's head. They don't give a fuck what logic is.
That's
They're gonna
my-
do it. And that's
But
why,
there,
that's
but
my
there is
point.
a way. Hold on, but there is a way to stop it.
Get right.
You give a man something that's greater than himself, an ideology, if it were, a place where he can go. A man, for me personally anyway, if you give a man a purpose, journey, he'll supersede that to become that strongest, most powerful being.
I feel that.
Right?
So basically, America is not any purpose.
Men
for
have
here.
lost purpose. So
yes.
all you got is pussy. But if you gave man purpose, pussy would be not as valuable.
You know what I was thinking about? This is on a totally different tangent, but they were talking about, I think it was on Joe Rogan's podcast. He was talking about how technology has only become computer science. There's so many other realms in technology that used to exist, like engineering.
Yep.
We could fix maybe traffic problems and all that. But anytime we talk about technology now, we have only advanced in computer science.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way to give men purpose again. It's a lot of other issues out here that could be fixed besides making an iPhone 17.
Facts. But, we're on a road for a population crash anyway. So, it's going to reset itself, but in one of the harshest ways possible.
Pardon me.
It's all good. It's gonna reset itself in the harshest way possible. We're already walking that road right now.
Yeah, the fact that the birth rate is going down, marriage rates is going down, divorce rates are going up.
What do y'all think the future looks like in 20 years?
It's saying by 2040, was it 45% of women are going to be single and childless?
Yes.
And that number is just going to keep increasing because women are doubling down
on what they
believe in from this, the sprinkle. I don't need no man. They're going to keep doubling down on that because they can't get out of that ego that they've learned.
I would say this. Let me say this. Now that's going to keep on going in because remember I told you before, or maybe we both said it, that women only adhere to their feelings, not logic. Logic is statistics, right?
Yep.
They're not going to read those statistics. Because as a man seeing that, oh, wait, this is going down because if you tell a room full of 20 single women, right? And you have one that's 60, one that's 70, one that's 30, one that's 40, and they say all the same things because they feel a certain way, they're still going to enact what they feel. Because they could say like, oh, I've been doing what you've been doing growing up now, and I still don't have a man, right? Oh, I don't feel that way because everyone else is doing this and I feel like I could do well without a man.
True. That's why I really don't be true. That's why I really don't go in on the women. If I have on the show or whatever, I'll talk to her here. But other than that, they ain't gonna change. But the fellas, the simping problem,
right?
That's what you attack.
I attack the simping problem, but I also point out the BS that women say.
Yeah, I'll point out. I feel that.
Right.
Okay.
That's why I have two pages. Alpha Venom, Stop Simping, and then I've got what I have, Black Spider Guy Advice. One is to attack the simping. The other is to attack the nonsensical statements that girls have.
Have you ever had like a interesting story from a follower or a fan?
No, I've had many stories from different people. Women.
Tell one that comes off the top of your head.
One guy told me that his girlfriend was going to break up with him if he didn't stop watching my content. So like his girlfriend watched my shit and was like, I don't want him watching your content anymore. And he was like telling me, yeah, like she told me if I keep watching, I'm gonna have to break up with her. And I was like, well, what about my content is so bad? And he's like, well, I'm holding her accountable and like I'm not spending as much unless like she's done something that really helps both of us and not just herself. And
He's respecting himself.
right, he's learning exactly. And so she didn't like that he was like changing. And so she felt like I was the main problem. And I remember I talked to her through his page and I was just like, if you are going to break up with your man because of the type of content he watches and not because he's hurting you or abusing you, you shouldn't be with him anyway. Because what if he's trying to teach you something that can make you better and make the relationship stronger?
Talk to him.
You're more focused on what you
Yourself.
want and what you can get and how you feel and what I'm saying that's messing you up.
Talk to him.
Wouldn't you say that that's most relationships now with women, or what women think a relationship should be?
Unfortunately, the Derek Jacks virus is in full effect.
What the fuck is that?
Derek Jacks, you know Derek Jacks?
Mortal Kombat?
No, Derek. You don't know who Derek Jacks is?
Is it a sport?
Black man who wrote books talking about how this is how a man's supposed to treat a woman, ended up cheating on his wife.
That's probably why I never heard of him. Because he sounds like a fuck nigga.
Wow, you need to look up.
How you gonna write a book like that and not live by example?
Derek Jacks was a Catholic. Well, he says he's a Catholic person, but nah. Who wrote books, big following of women, basically panders to women, saying if a man don't spend this much money on you, he's not a real man. Ended up cheating on his wife. Had a whole video thing on that. The reason why I say the Derek Jacks effect is in full effect, the Derek Jacks energy is in full effect is because like Yada Awakening, these women will watch men that basically say what they want to hear.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And these pages have millions of followers of women that go, yeah, you're right. I'm not dealing with a man unless he treats me like a princess.
Yeah, with a cat.
Realistic.
Rubbing a little cat.
He feeds into the bias, right?
Yeah.
But realistically, no man doing that really. So
That's a fact.
because of those types of content creators that are out there that are opposite of me, I'll tell a woman the truth no matter what.
How do you think they get there to where they want to pander so much like that?
Because it's
That's where the
easy.
money is.
Exactly, it's easy.
That's
I
where the
told
money,
you.
bro.
Manipulation,
If I made a page and I said nothing but men are bad, you're the princess, you're a goddess, I would be a multimillionaire.
That's a fact. Yeah.
I would be a multimillionaire telling women, hey,
I'm sorry. I'm still
no matter how
you bitches.
big you
all
are,
y'all getting is dick until y'all change y'all behavior.
if I made a page saying women are goddesses and that's all I said, I'd be a multimillionaire. I have millions of followers right now. But I don't do that because I'm not a liar and I'm not going to lie to myself.
Okay, let's go down on a little deep dive because of that, right? Just like why do men pander with women on social media? Same thing in the music industry.
Right.
They're not promoting love, they're promoting Sexy Red and
Yeah,
Glorilla.
That's where the money
And
is.
That's where the money is.
Yep.
Because I forgot who said this. It was on a podcast that in the music industry, this is why you have Megan Thee Stallion, Beyonce, Jasmine Sullivan, all those like saying like about breakups because love is not being sold anymore.
It's all about breakups. It's
Yes.
all about drinking. It's all
Yes.
about smoking. It's all
Yes.
about going to the club.
Yes.
And that's where the money is. If I keep everybody single, families are conservative in spending. Single people are not. So if I am a business, I wouldn't want the population to be conservative consumers. I would want them all to be single, depressed, angry, mad, because they're gonna go drink, smoke, bowl.
So
another thing
you
I would
you
say-
have a
I would say this: single people go more into their temptations, and those temptations are very lucrative.
lucrative for businesses.
Oh, yes.
definitely. Yeah.
So
So
if we was all in families, no. But go ahead.
Yeah.
you have a cap on your capitalism.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't sell like tobacco or cigarettes or something like that.
No.
You look at that as do you look at pandering as the same as that?
Yeah. You're feeding into the delusion. You're building, like for example, Yada Awakening. This is a man that beat his wife and beat his
God
kids.
damn, who the fuck is this now?
You don't know who Yada Awakening is.
I'm gonna let y'all know. I really live under a rock. I really don't give a fuck about a lot of shit.
Has 500,000 followers on Instagram, sir. And has
I'm getting into this business. I'm gonna have to,
Thousands
I did
of-
research on you because pardon me, because you're gonna come up and be on the show. So,
no, I got you,
but
but
in real life, I don't give a fuck.
I research everybody and everything. And Yada Awakening, who has a record of beating his wife and beating children,
Oh, that's why I don't know.
constantly professes that I think I talked about this earlier. He said, yo, Don't give him a wedding ring. Buy her some land. F a wedding ring. You better get her some land if you serious about her. Only brokies don't give their woman everything that they deserve. A man's job is to be a provider no matter what. It don't matter if you tired or broke. A man is supposed to, no matter what, provide for a woman. And the women in the chat, because he's preaching, go, that's right. I only give energy to a man that's a provider. I'm not going to give energy to nobody else.
So now the next thing I would say about that, right, especially with the pandering, bro,
it's crazy
is that most people don't know the fine line between manipulation and the truth.
Talk to him.
So somebody that's saying something, and this is why women always fall victim to the words that men say, is because they don't know whether it's the truth or whether it's a fallacy.
Right. My thing is this: how you following a man that's saying women are queens, but this man got a record for beating women?
Exactly.
Don't make no sense to me. He's like, yo, treat your woman like goddesses.
He's a hypocrite.
He beat his woman.
Do you think there's ever a point in a woman's life where she stops falling in love with words?
When a man is able to provide pretty much everything that she might desire, that's when a woman stops caring. Because she'll never leave that man no matter what he says anyway. He has already fulfilled the role of provider to such a high degree that man could probably damn near smack her in the face. Unfortunately, I'm not encouraging that. And she will probably follow him.
Oh, I would also say this as well. They stop falling in love with words with a man that doesn't show up to some of the words that he says.
Yep.
So if he doesn't stand on the words that he say, some of them at least, because there's always a fine line between you could say this to get this, but then when you say this, it's like so many times that you could say something and not do it with women. And once you go into the process of you're saying all these things, hyping her head up that I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, blah, 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 and you don't do it, that's when she stops falling in love with your words because you're a bullshitter.
Hypocritical energy.
Women don't like that.
Okay.
Is there anything you want to ask us?
What got you guys wanting to get into this space? Because I've been here since before Kevin Samuels was even here. And I've watched people come into the space, people leave. But I've been here 6 years just in this space. What made y'all want to come in?
You want to go first?
Yeah. So we started this, this was before him though. It was with his brother. But we started this podcast back in like 2017, 2018.
Nice.
Right? So we stopped due to, stuff happening within our lives, whatever have you. But the main...
I wasn't a part of it at the time.
Yeah.
Really?
No. But the main thing that about the podcast was supposed to be is to help people within the hood. Help people to understand there's a different mindset. There's more to life than just going to play sports or going to be a drug dealer.
Right.
Word.
And also with all the dating issues and problems within the hood, our view on it.
Got you.
So then we started back into 2020?
2019? No. 2022.
Yeah, 2022. We started it again. And because like a podcast started to, get well, started doing well. So it was
Nice.
let's bring it back. And that was the main thing, is just for us to help the community through our words. That's really what it is.
Because I saw you guys on my suggested page and I was like, okay, I'm liking this energy. I'm liking you too, bro. Yo, you be going in, man. I'm like, all right.
The way that I got here, like he said, my youngest brother, him and my youngest brother are good friends. So
Okay.
I'm several years older than him.
Okay.
So
You don't look it.
I appreciate that.
Young as hell. Look in the face. You like, keep that youth, man. Black don't crack.
Thank you. I told you I was an engineer and an artist and all of that stuff.
Nice.
So long story short, being that kind of guy, never having a job, I wasn't like, I would never call myself a street nigga.
Right.
But I came up in that environment and I fucking hated, you could kind of say it was like that masculine energy I didn't know I had, which was like, I don't want to be told what to do.
Right.
So I had my studio, was recording artists and shit. He would come over and he was going to business school at the time. So he would always come over and tell me like,
Good
yo,
shit.
without a plan. Like I used to be making hella bread sitting in my bedroom, smoking weed all day. But I say all of that to say I had some shorties in that bedroom while I was recording music. So they asked me to be the host. And I was like, if I'm the host, I'm going to get up here and tell the truth. I'm not going to get up here and pander.
Got you.
So That's how I got here.
Really? Because meeting you, I feel like a high level of professionalism.
Okay.
So like now I'm like, what? That's why you never judge a book by its cover, because you don't know who you talking to.
Well, exactly true. So I love that you said that. Guys, you want to know how he feels that energy off of me? Because I actually took myself out the motherfucking hood and put my face in a motherfucking book.
Facts.
I read a lot of books, bro.
Facts.
So that's a good question. What's one of the most influential books you've ever read that has influenced your life?
48 Maxims of Power.
Talk to him.
48 Maxims of Power. If you want to learn how to be a leader, that and The Allegory in the Cave. That book, when I was in college, is what made me get a minor in philosophy. Love that book.
Love philosophy.
Love philosophy.
I love all the osophies.
I'm in the International Philosophy Honor Society, and I've actually written a philosophy book.
Ooh, wait, what is that? And how do I join?
Well, that was when I was in college, International Philosophy Honor Society.
Oh, I didn't go to college.
It's college, but I said that to say this. Philosophy helped me understand what it means to be human. I really mean that, because it asks the question, who am I? Why am I?
It asks all the shit that they should have taught us when we were like 3 or 4 years old.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Descartes, Plato, Socrates, Aristotle.
Yeah, they all my niggas.
All those people.
Y'all come on now. I'm telling you, if you lost in life, go read their shit.
And The Allegory in the Cave is a story of men who are chained to the floor in a cave with light coming from the outside beaming through. And they look at the wall and they see the shadows dancing and they think that's reality.
Talk to him.
One man becomes unchained and goes outside and realizes that the reality they were fed is a lie. Comes back in and says, hey, wake up, this isn't real. But because they all lived in this cave, they all perceived that to be reality. And that book taught me, wait a minute. Just because everybody believes in something, just because the world says something is, does not mean that that is 100% the truth. Go seek the knowledge.
It kind of means that it's false.
Exactly.
I like to just do the opposite of what everybody doing.
Facts.
Because once everybody doing that shit, it is probably not good.
Right.
Yeah.
And usually what the media says, and I hate sounding like this, but what if the government says, don't learn about that. You don't need this. No, this is fine. This is okay. Usually that means there's some shit going on that you should investigate. Like, for example, I used to think fluoride in water was great. Fluoride in water, it does strengthen your teeth. But guess what they just found out in a research paper?
You sound like my friend Nicovelli. Something about your brain. And
It lowers,
right?
it's
lowers
actually
the
been
enamel.
shown to lower IQ. You can look this up. You think I'm lying?
It fucks with your gland, your pineal gland.
So wait,
right?
the mixture of fluoride and water causes that?
High amounts of fluoride in your body
that's why they say
has been shown to lower IQ levels in children. Look this up. This just came out. It was on CNBC. I read a lot of news and I read a lot of articles.
I like to read a lot of studies.
all the time, brother. Every day. That's all I read when I'm on the
Same
bus,
thing.
when I'm on the train.
Same thing with the pyramid, the food pyramid.
That was all a lie.
Yeah.
To sell more products and milk and shit. Like Reese. This is why I always say, read.
Yes.
Read.
Oh yeah, I didn't drop my favorite book.
Read and research.
I like the 48 Laws. I'm gonna drop another Robert Greene. I think this is his best book, The Laws of Human Nature.
Yes.
That was my favorite book by him.
Yes.
I'm currently reading The Positive
Thought?
Expectation Effect. I think something like that.
Oh, I never heard that one before.
That's David Robson. It's pretty new. I'm reading that now.
I feel like everyone should read the 48 Laws of Power.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You have to.
Every man should read that damn
Absolutely.
book.
And not
Good relationship book, The Value of Others by Dr. Orion Taraban.
Nice.
so the reason why I say that every man should read the 48 Laws of Power is not so that you can go into the manipulation tactics, is to know how to protect yourself.
It
from
will
that.
strengthen your mind beyond belief. I used to
I see
listen
why
to
you
that.
said that too. Sorry to cut you off.
No, it's all good.
Because a lot of people deter themselves and stay away from that book because they're like, I'm not a manipulative person, but he's
People
right.
are getting
It
manipulated
just
every
shows you,
single fucking day because they don't know what is the difference.
and you better learn how to move out here.
Because people will take advantage every single time.
That book and was it The Art of War?
Oh yeah.
Sun Tzu.
The Art of
Yep.
War. That book might be
Yep.
a book about war, but it's also a book about the mind, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Read
That's a
that
good book.
shit.
Oh, it's another book too. It has a similar title. It's called The War of Art. It's by Stephen Pressfield.
Oh, I think.
That's a good ass.
gotta
For
check
your
that out.
content, Well, you're pretty good with your content.
But I'll definitely.
It's about like anybody that's like an artist or something like that is about procrastination.
Yes.
It's a great book.
But you want to know the crazy part is, you know why the people that are rich stay rich and they're always on the first thing. Look at Drake. They don't procrastinate. They see something. They
exactly.
They go after it.
because money is time.
Yep.
Yes.
Speed.
If you're able to capitalize as fast as you can, you're going to be the number one in
just like I was saying earlier with that guy with the job that he don't know how to do the noise canceling shit. I'll do that shit in 5 minutes, but I still want 5K because it's like
time is valuable.
The time that it took to do the job doesn't mean how much money you should get from it.
No. Right.
Like you were saying, the speed.
It's just like brand names like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, and all this other stuff. They all sell the same products. It's the brand.
Word.
You're the brand.
You're buying the name.
Yes. You're buying your reputation.
Yeah, exactly.
That I'm the reputation that when I do something, I get that shit done on time.
That's a fact.
That's why I hold my name.
Quality.
Yeah.
High value at all times.
Absolutely. You came here, you showed up, you showed out. You showed up on time. You
gotta be proud, man. You can't waste a motherfucker's time.
No.
Yeah.
Time is
Y'all busy, man. I'm busy, man.
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna show up and not. That's crazy.
Yeah. You came in. You got any other questions for us, or you got any more questions before we do?
Where are you trying to go with as far as your message and as far as like your brand? Like where do you see? Are you trying to be like Kevin Samuels?
You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll say it. More so, and this is the reason why people compare us to Fresh and Fit.
Don't be them.
No, I know. We're not. But I'm just saying that people do compare us to Fresh and Fit. But the thing is that I want to tell everybody is that we're not here to combat women. We're here to bring everyone together through words, right?
Yes.
Through getting an understanding on how to understand each other, because that's what we lost today, is that we try not to understand one another, and not just on a men to women, ratio. It's more so people. We just don't care to understand each other.
That's what
And if we don't understand each other, we're always going to be at heads. And that's the thing that we have to stop. Within the hood, within the suburbs, within the world,
within humanity.
We have to stop doing
Absolutely.
that. So I would say that throughout our message and goal and where we want to go, we just want to have it a very chill space where we can talk about topics, things that we do disagree on, and not have a combative
Be like, get the fuck out of here.
Exactly.
Yep.
Like, of course, like if somebody disrespects you, that's disrespecting every totality.
Right,
absolutely.
Get the fuck out of here.
Right,
But
right.
if we can respect one each other and we can have our disagreements,
Civil discourse.
This will be a common space where people could just talk about their topics, have their laughs and do everything that they want to do.
Nice.
And go throughout their life.
I'm glad
That's
you
it.
said that, man, because first thing on my page you'll see is all are welcome. That's the first thing in my bio. That's in my bio in all caps. People be like, yo, you red pill. First of all, I'm not red pill. I'm Black Spider Guy Vice. And number two, like at the end of the day, my page is supposed to be a place where men are allowed to express what they're really thinking. I tell people all the time, I don't hate nobody. I love women. I love a short, big titty woman with a nice mindset. I love women, but I will never allow my lust to control me. I'll never allow you to manipulate me. And I will always be thinking from a logical mindset, as every man should be.
Okay, good answer. For me, I love everything that you said too. Conversations, gaining an understanding, talking to people that I disagree with civilly and just extracting their perspective.
Yes.
I like that most. I told you, I'm a big fan of Joe Rogan's podcast. I can relate to him a lot.
Love Joe
I
Rogan.
like having conversations and speaking to people and unraveling the story behind them. I want to do that with all topics. I think Sunday, Alexis is coming. She says she booked 2 boxers, a chef.
Nice.
So like I'm down to talk to anybody and just immerse myself in their world.
Right.
The whole women thing and talking about relationships and stuff, that's not the ideal focal point, but I like to talk about shit that I know. And I know
one
women.
of the things.
So yeah, I know women. It's popular right now. I'd be stupid to be like, why would I not talk to a beautiful woman on the podcast?
No, facts.
So that's a segment within the hood analyst.
You're more than just one particular niche.
Yes. I want to just talk to people.
That's one of my issues, not gonna lie. Like I am in this particular niche, but I always say I talk about things that help men. Right. So dating is one of those big things.
Yeah, it is.
But I definitely do talk about other stuff as well.
And it's needed right now too, because I'm pretty sure you're probably like at least similar in age to me and him.
I'm 29.
Okay, yeah. So in the middle. Oh no, but your content is needed because us growing up, even when I was 14, 15, 16 years old, we did not have conversations about this shit.
No, we did
I was
not.
just telling my coworker yesterday, I was like, yo, you're 22. Like, why are you focused on one shorty? That's not even your shorty. Like, he brought up the fact to me that he was like, yo, this girl's looking at me as the bad guy because I told her I don't want a relationship and she still kept pressing on and we messed around. I'm like, bro, you're 22. She
Yeah.
don't even want a relationship. She
Facts.
thinks she does.
A lot of these younger dudes have these older guy problems, and it's kind of funny.
Yeah, and it's like, so your people like you are appreciated and needed. We need people to let men know how to operate in dating because, like I was saying, we didn't have this growing up. No one ever had a conversation with me how to deal with the opposite sex ever. Maybe my grandfather.
Right.
That's it.
I would say this, that especially, us being in this space now, that the fact that we're able to project our voice basically for free without any barriers to entry.
Right.
Right. Back in the day when we were growing up, the only people that you can listen to get that understanding of life is either through your parents, which is a prominent male figure.
Yep.
Or whether it be your father or your uncle, whatever, which most people didn't have.
Something like that.
Something.
Mm-hmm.
Or you figure it out by yourself.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That was it.
Trial and error.
And that's crazy.
Experience, the best teacher.
Because you can have a good teacher.
Well, I don't know if it's the best, but
you can have a good teacher and then, go into good wealth and whatever have you and, get that path.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't have that good teacher, you just go into a life full of trials and error. And if you make too many mistakes, you're fucked.
And the thing is also too, this is also why I like talking on podcasts because I'm also like I'm a nerd. I'm a researcher, scientist type of guy. So I like to look at the past with hindsight. And since social media came out, I seen that it exacerbated men's mating strategies and women's mating strategies. So like, I just want to talk to people to be able to maneuver through that because I think it's inevitable. Niggas are gonna peacock. They're gonna get online and they're gonna shine and they're gonna flash cars because that's what attracts women. Until that stops attracting women, it's not gonna stop. And vice versa with women showing ass and shit. They ain't gonna stop until niggas stop fucking them. It is what it is.
Well, let me just say this, because I remember I was having a conversation with a woman. She said, "Spidey, why do you think men just started speaking up? Like, why did this space just start coming out? Because feminism has been around for a minute. But why did the manosphere just start?" And I said, well, strong men stand up when they're needed, right? And for a long time, when we were little kids, it was our dad's turn, right? Or our mom's turn, right? That older generation with them older values are still around. But as time went on, obviously the baton has passed and now it is our turn. And unfortunately, our generation doesn't have the same traditional values and shit is falling apart.
And that's what I kind of meant by like dudes coming out.
No, yeah.
Like,
and so we are men that are looking at society and we feel that there's something wrong. Men are the gatekeepers and the protectors of civilization. We feel something isn't right.
Absolutely.
And that's why the strongest of us stand up. And so, I was telling her, I was like, for a long time, the strongest men didn't need to stand up. Because for the most part, things were
balanced,
working. But it's gone.
The values were still there.
Right. But now it's gotten to a point where it's so heavily one-sided. We gotta stand up.
We gotta do something.
We gotta do something.
As a man, like, especially when you see something, out justice, like when you see a woman getting beat up, that's not your girl. Like your instinct is to help.
Yep.
Your instinct is to protect. So now the fact that we see something going on, you as a man, as a logical thinking, righteous man, is not gonna sit around and let that continue.
Word.
And
that's how I felt about the hood when I was growing up. I always felt like, what could I do? How could I contribute? How could I bring some sort of value? How can I help change this shit?
We were just lucky enough to be able to quantify that feeling into an action. Not a lot of men can figure. Some men think that, I'm gonna just burn everything down, and that's their way. Some people think, I'm gonna just bang every chick, and that's their way.
Or fuck the system.
Right. That's their way. But we found another way. And I think this is the best way. Vocalizing it through action, content creation. I try my best to make it funny, goofy, silly. Some people try to do it by being serious.
Or I didn't think I was funny until I don't know if I'm still. Do you think I'm funny?
Yeah, you say some funny stuff, man.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm more of a deeper thinker kind of
You be going in. He be saying some funny stuff with that green mask, that mask he put on.
Yeah.
But nah, you both are individually have your own comedic sides.
Is there anything that you would say, like advice or anything to improve? Like what?
You guys have your own style. Keep doing that. Everybody goes online and they're like, yo, how can I emulate you? Stop trying to emulate, be you. When somebody said something was cringe, I doubled down on it. That's cringe. It's cringe until it's popular.
Talk to him. That's solid advice right there.
It's cringe.
I'll take that.
People are like, yo, that looks. One dude, I remember this dude so vividly. It's when I had 3,000 followers on IG. This was years ago, and he said, nobody want to see a nigga in a mask talk. I said, thank you.
That's what they say about the do-rag.
I said, I'm a double down.
That's what they said about the Asics. You know, the dad shoes that everybody's coming out with.
yeah.
That's like, look, you're a white father wearing those shits, uncle.
Yep.
Like, and then now everybody's wearing it.
That's how it is. It's not popular when you do it, but once it does, everybody's like, yo, I remember he's a legend and he was amazing. Same thing with Michael. I'm sure Michael Jackson, we put on that glove, people are like, that's stupid. But then when he started dancing and making that good music, I want to wear that glove too. If someone says it's cringe, it's only cringe because it's new and different.
I love that.
Something that's new and different, of course, is going to be perceived as weird. You just found something that only you can do. Double down on it. Perfect.
I love that. That's great advice. Anytime that I cringe now or somebody tells me something is cringe, I'm going to think of this.
Yeah,
sharpen it. Make it more professional. Make it better. That's what I did with this. Yo, that's silly. Double down. Sharpen it. Make it look better. Okay. What if this color matches with this? What if it? Sharpen it. Make it better. And then eventually, now I got dudes like, yo, man, I want that mask. Yo, man, that's a nice look.
Absolutely.
So
4 years ago, it was horrible.
Yeah.
So
is there anything that you got coming up or things that you want to talk about or do
next year? Next year, I'm going to Japan in February.
I want to go to Japan so bad, bro.
I'm going to Japan. I'm gonna try to be in Japan for a month. I'm gonna try. Probably not a month. Probably like 3 weeks, whatever. And I'm gonna just try and see how traditional it is out there in comparison. I mean, my followers know I was in the Philippines for 2 weeks. That was awesome. Did great interviews with women out there. But now I'm going to Japan next year, so that's gonna be great. Might go to London and do some things over there. But overall, man, my message is the same. I'm doing what I can, and I'm just trying to save my bros from these hoes.
Sirski.
So wait, what do you have to say? Actually, no. Go ahead. Go through the outro.
Sirski. The original outro?
Yes.
Sirski. This is the Hood Analyst Podcast where we talk about that real hood. Look, I told you I wasn't gonna bring this outro back, but we got the 304. How do you say it?
The 304 superhero trying to save my bros from these hoes.
Yes, we saving these bros from these hoes. So I got to bring the original outro back. Men, get your body count up because women will never tell you what the fuck they like in bed. You need to get your experience up. So when you're dealing with the woman you actually want to take serious, you know how to satisfy her. And women, keep your body count low. And I know you're looking good, smelling good. Makeup is on, whatever the fuck y'all call it today.
On fleek.
On fleek. Nah, that's old. Yeah, that's old. That's old. Whatever. Whatever y'all say nowadays. I know you're looking good, but please keep your body count low. And if you can't do that, at least deceive the nigga into thinking that your body count is low. He will take you. That's not more seriously.
Now what?
Well, first off, he spoke during the outro, and he's disagreeing.
So what do you have to say to men and women?
Men, focus on your money, focus on your body. Don't go out there giving your energy to 304s. Give it to a woman you actually care about. Build up experience with a woman you actually love and want to build and grow with. Act demure. That's the word that they're using.
bro. I had it on my note. I don't know why I didn't bring that up. These bitches is killing that word. I'm tired. Even though I fuck with it. But just let it be genuine.
No, look, I'm demure.
Oh my God.
You bitches is demons, okay?
Be demure.
Demons, okay?
Actually embody the word that you're using every day. Be demure. If you're gonna be a 304, don't mess up these good men out here. Just be a 304, okay?
Fucking demure ass women, bro. I'm tired of you, bro.
I'm very mindful.
We out.
Oh my goodness.